Here we are at the start of another new year. I love New Year because I always feel here I am at the start and I have a whole year ahead of me, which gives me a sense of excitement. I look forward into the new year and wonder, what will this year bring? Then I stop and ask myself, when I get to the end of 2024 and look back on it, what do I want to have felt, achieved, been grateful for, and been happy about? What kind of a year do I want? Is it a big, hectic, exciting year with lots of action? Or am I happy to have kind of more of the same? Now, there's no good or bad, right or wrong here. It's simply what will bring you the most satisfaction and joy. Hi, if you don't know me, I'm Julie Silfverberg, the only web designer for coaches who is a coach. Let me tell you how I started this year. First, I found somewhere quiet to sit, and after the hecticness of the holiday season, this was so welcome. Then I just let my mind go where my mind wanted to go. After that, a little while, I chose to bring my attention back and consider the year ahead. And I like to choose a word of the year. After sitting quietly, musing and daydreaming for a while, I decided on my word for the year. One word that encapsulates all of my daydreams and supports me in bringing them to fruition. You might be surprised at how useful this can be. Now, you're probably wondering what my word for this year is. It is focus. All that said, here are some things to consider before you decide on your word for the year, if that's something you want to do. Let's think about what sizes you're thinking. Think small, and you'll get small things. Think big, and you'll have big successes, significant experiences, and massive achievements. Some people hear that and wonder why they haven't realized their dreams. After all, they've been thinking big and daydreaming big. So why aren't they where they want to be? The answer might be because they're actually thinking small and don't realize it. Let me tell you a funny story about big and small that shocked me when I realized how small I was thinking. I live in a small town, Kinsale, and quite a few years ago, a small restaurant in the heart of town was relocating so they could expand their business. When I heard where they were moving to, I said to my friend, "Oh no, that'll never work. They're too far out." It was a roaring success. As I reflected on it, I noticed my thinking was influenced by the town's size, small. And then I recognized if I had been in Dublin, London, or New York, they were still in the heart of the town. How did I feel then? Well, I'll let you imagine. So the massive learning for me was to consider the influences on my thinking. Another thing is, don't let failure haunt you. Have you ever failed to chalk up big successes because of a single failure? You dared to dream big. You shot for the moon. A lot of time, preparation, planning, and sweat equity went into an enormous effort. Then you didn't achieve what you had dreamed. And what did you call it? A failure. This can lead to avoiding taking chances in the future. You then decide to keep your thoughts small and safe. After all, the one time you tried to create an outstanding, amazing result, you failed. In coaching speak, this is called catastrophizing, magnifying the negative, instead of acknowledging all the successes along the way. Normal isn't necessarily normal. There are lots of reasons why many people are happy thinking normal thoughts. Your senses are constantly bombarded with ordinary achievements. Your friends, co-workers, family members are all regular people, just like me. They're happy just getting by and living an everyday life. And I'll bet you know some people achieving extraordinary things too. Consider who you're hanging out with. Go for growth. That's if you want to. Evidence-based. There's a lot of talk about evidence-based these days. A lack of evidence can also lead you to stay inside your comfort zone. What right do you have to believe you can achieve something that's never been done before? There's no evidence that it's possible. So why should you waste your time and energy attempting to be the first person ever to create some big reality? At the same time, nor is there evidence that it's impossible. Breakout. It's so much easier to think small, average, and expected. The problem is, there are so many dangers in this mindset. It doesn't matter if you want to create some fantastic reality in your relationships, career, finances, or health. The topic doesn't matter. Playing it safe and aiming for small results can be dangerously limiting in any area of your life. You don't want that to be your experience, do you? Do what's right for you. Go for it in 2024. I've attached a download in the description below with 4 questions to help expand your thinking. Go and download it. See you next time. Bye.